My name is Alice Adams. I'm a sculptor, and this is a piece called Siding. And what it's about is using an ordinary building material to dramatize a certain kind of geometric volume. On the one hand, it's a familiar material. People see it all over the place, but I guess maybe they take it for granted because it's so ubiquitous, I think. And but anyway, we used it to call the attention to the volume of this piece, but also to the corners. So when you look at it, I don't know if you can come in this, you start to see how these things are put on to a framework or a wall. So you have this aspect of them, and they're made of cedar, actually. And then you have this side in the corner. So this is a sculpture essentially all about its corners. And its two sides are the same, and the other two sides are the same. So it is kind of mysterious, but it has a kind of presence in this particular site because it relates to the house in the distance.
Well, I'm Alice's unindicted co-conspirator and husband. My name is Bill Gordy. And for years, I've built a lot of her pieces, but I don't think there should be any misunderstanding about this. I'm indispensable, but I'm not irreplaceable. I mean, anybody reasonable carpentry skills to do more or less what I do. But I think something I may have done for Alice was to be a lot more willing to sort of participate in these sort of group shows, group activities, and sometimes even collaborative things, because my background is in film, where, of course, nobody makes a film all by himself. So the chance to do a piece like this is a nice thing. It takes us back to other outdoor venues that we worked in. The Art Park is one of the most famous ones. There, it turned people loose there, gave them a little money, and they could go wherever they want. The Nassau County Museum in Roslyn used to do things like this, and it's sometimes their site works, sometimes they're not, but it's the show where somebody says, go do whatever you want. And Alice likes that, and so do I. This is kind of a throwback. She hasn't done pieces using a very ordinary material since the 1970s, where she made similar volumes out of woodlap, the old-fashioned narrow stuff they used to put plaster on. Actually, it's obsolete now, so when we come to restore some of the old pieces, it's not easy to find old pieces of it. But part of her interest has always been about sort of the subtleties behind the ordinary. What could be more ordinary than siding? But you look at it, and Alice always likes to stretch the envelope a little bit. The side that you're looking at, that's a 4-inch exposure. That's what you do on a house. Round the other side there, that's completely impractical. There's only about a 1/2 inch of overlap. You would never do that on a house. The little fragile edges of the siding are exposed up on top there. It's a pain to do that. We have to protect them when we move it. But that has always been a part of Alice's work, a respect for structure, but also always kind of a little twist. This is, oh, it's just like, no, it's not. It's just not like.